Forming equations is a very useful skill. It comes up many times in an exam. This is about very basic equations which you might make up already. Let's imagine a square size 8 cm. A square size 8 cm, what's the area of a square? Area equals length times length equals 8 times 8 equals 64 centimeters squared. Not difficult. They won't ask you that, that's too simple. Here's a square. We don't know the side, the length of the side. A square has an area of 100 cm squared. What is the length of a side of the square? Well, let's write a relevant equation. Area equals length squared. We have the value 100 equals length squared. I always bring the unknown, which is length, over to the left-hand side. Length squared equals 100. This is what I like. This is an equation, and the only unknown is length. We make length the subject of the equation. We'll square root it. Length equals 100 square rooted. Length equals 10. Brilliant. To check it, 10 times 10 equals 100. Brilliant. Slightly harder. Here's a circle, radius 10. Circle has radius 10. What's the area of a circle? Area of a circle, pi r squared. Area equals pi times 10 squared, 314.16. Brilliant. Let's make it harder. A circle has an area of 42 cm squared. What is the radius of the circle? We don't know what it is. But we write down a relevant equation. We know it's going to be something to do with this. We had the values we've got, and the value we have is this, 42. 42 equals pi r squared, and I flip it around. I do like to have my unknown on the left-hand side. And I now have my lovely equation, which only has one unknown, which is r squared, and I can solve that. I can make r the subject of this equation. Get rid of the pi, divide by pi. R squared equals 42 over pi, and square root it. R equals the square root of 42 over pi, which is equal to apparently 3.656, and lots of other digits. So, think of a relevant equation, add the values, flip it round so the unknown is on the left-hand side. Here is another example. It's slightly different because there isn't a classic equation about an area to start us off. We have to do a bit of thinking. An adult cinema ticket costs £10. Mary bought 2 adults and 3 child tickets, and the total was £35. We don't know what the cost of a child's ticket is, and that's what they are asking us. So we're going to have a think. We're going to let the child's ticket equal X, and we're going to write something relevant which will work into an equation which we will solve to find X. So we know £35. All the tickets cost 35. That's not going to get us very far. But we can drill down into this all the tickets bit. 2 adults and 3 child tickets equals 35. And we know that the adult tickets cost £10. So 2 times £10 plus 3x equals 35. Right, that's our equation. We're going to solve that to find x. So that's 20 plus 3x. We'll subtract the 20. 3x equals 15. Divide by 3x equals 5. Sounds sensible. Adults 10. Kids are 5. A child's ticket is £5. And we can check that if a child's ticket is £5, 2 times 10, 3 times 5 equals 35. Very happy with that. That's a plus. How do we start? We start by thinking and writing something relevant. Doesn't have to be brilliant. We can get brilliance from that and then gradually work it all out. And check it, of course. So the process, I think, with these questions, sometimes people just stare at them and hope that the answer is going to drop out. But you should write down a relevant equation. It doesn't have to be brilliant, just to get you started, to think about what is going on in the situation. You enter the given values because there will be values given to make it possible, and move the unknowns to the left-hand side. That's a personal preference for me. I like to work with the unknowns on the left-hand side. Solve the equation and check it. Does the answer satisfy the conditions? If your answer doesn't, it's wrong, and it's possible you can make a very simple change. So go back and look at the calculations. An example would be, stick down the area, pi r squared. Put in 100, 100 equals pi r squared. Flip it so that the r is on this side. Do the calculation. Simple stuff. Here's your chance to show your brilliance. The area of a circle is 36 cm squared. Find the radius. Okay, interesting. I hope you did well. Here's the answer. Have a think. Let the radius be r. Write something relevant. Well, there's a screamingly obvious thing to write here. Hope you got that. Form an equation, solve the equation to find r. Classic equation here. Area equals pi r squared. We don't know what r is, but we do know what the area is. 36 equals pi r squared. Flip this. Pi r squared equals 36. Now that is my equation. I'm going to solve it. I'm going to make r the subject, divide by pi, and square root r equals 36 divided by square root of 36 divided by pi. R is equal to 3.385, and that to one decimal place is 3.4. Have a quick check. If the radius is 3.4, the area is pi. 3.4, 36.3, close enough. It's obviously not quite 36 because we have done a rounding. So we had a think, we did a calculation, and we checked it. Now, I think that's taken something that's tricky and hopefully made it easy. Anyway, if you'd enjoyed this video, or even if you didn't, please subscribe. There's plenty more coming. See you soon.